Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe and stay updated on my second hair transplant journey progress, as well as video topics covering current hair loss treatments in the pipeline. So it's been a while since I've done a video on microneedling and derma for the promotion of hair growth. So in a little bit, let's examine some before and after photos, since that's what you guys like, of microneedling users who have seen some pretty good hair growth results. If you guys are new to hair loss and suffering from receding temples or the crown, and you guys want to look for a natural way to promote hair growth, you need to incorporate something known as microneedling into your hair loss treatment regimen. It's not going to obviously make you from a Nord 7 to a Nord 1 and replace, hair transplantation, but many people have seen tremendous results in terms of hair regrowth and density, and given that it doesn't have any bad side effects like it does with finasteride or other types of hair loss medications, it's a no-brainer that you guys incorporate this into your hair loss treatment regimen. So let's talk about some of the basics of microneedling, and then I'll show you guys a few before and after photos of people who have had some pretty good results. So in a nutshell, microneedling pretty much stimulates the body, particularly the scalp, to release various platelets, proteins, and growth factors and stem cells, which promote the growth of hair, along with the breakdown of scar tissue and formation of new vasculature, while promoting the formation of healthy collagen. There has been multiple scientific studies that confirm this, and as you guys may know about the company Follica, they are in the works of something very similar to microneedling, which has shown great efficacy in terms of hair regrowth. There's two different types of microneedling. We have the derma roller, which usually comes in 192 needles. You want to make sure that you guys utilize the 192 needles, since other rollers such as the 540 version are not actual needles, and it's actually going to do more harm than good to the hair. The negative aspect of derma rollers is that they can cause unequal pressure and depth penetration when you guys are using it, which increases trauma from the forward pushing movement. The angular pushing movement also can cause more trauma to the scalp because it's not perpendicular like the microneedling devices that I'm about to talk about. Now, the other microneedling device that I use is the one that has been shown to be more effective than derma rollers. Now, the other microneedling device is the one that I use, and it has actually been shown to be a lot more effective than using derma rollers. These electric devices basically eliminate user pressure variations while accurately achieving desired depths. The devices can actually go from 0 millimeters to 2.5, but most scientific studies stick with 1.5 millimeters once a week. And this Dr. Pen is also capable of covering large areas quickly and also minimizes the trauma from both the perpendicular application of the needles. You guys can also easily dispose the needle cartridges, which allows for a more sterile environment than the roller, where you pretty much have to replace it after using it a few times. So let's move on to some of the before and after photos of microneedling and derma roller users. This first guy is 30 years old. He's a male, and he's actually, I found him on a Hair Loss Talk, and he goes by the username Liquid Banana, who started losing his hair at the age of 19. So he has full frontal recession, crown loss, and diffuse hair loss on the top. He states that he started using Minoxidil, but he didn't see any results for 8 to 10 months, and he didn't have any shedding. There wasn't any regrowth, so he's a pretty much classic non-responder. He started using 0.5 milligram of finasteride at 23 and has been on it for the past 7 years. He further mentions that finasteride has stopped his hair loss completely with no sides and only saw very minor growth during the first 2 years. And after being on finasteride for 2 to 3 years, he started noticing slow hair loss. He's been using Nitro shampoo for 6 years and started using a 1.5 millimeter derma roller, the 192 needle count. So one thing to note is that he does use a derma roller, the 1.5 millimeter, where he actually does it to the point where there's blood, but he does it once every 3 weeks. But he also uses a 0.5 millimeter derma roller every other day. He also claims that microneedling has also gotten rid of his dandruff, serum buildup, and his itchy scalp. So here are his before and after photos, starting with May 2019 on the left and December 2019 on the right. So roughly about 7 months, and his progress has been amazing. Definitely a lot of growth on the crown with increased density, the mid scalp, and even parts of his temples have seen regrowth. He also states that he was a non-responder to Minoxidil and believes there to be some synergistic response when combining microneedling with Minoxidil that led to his hair growth. Now, he does say that he does have a long way to go for satisfactory results, but he's glad that he hasn't lost more hair and is definitely happy to see new hairs growing in. Now, this next guy goes by the username Agassi on Hair Loss Talk also, and he is a 44-year-old male who is a Nord 7. So extensive hair loss at a young age, and currently derma rolling at 0.5 millimeters daily and using a slightly larger 1.0 millimeter derma roller once a week. This is his results after 7 months. There is incredible growth with increased density where he actually applied the microneedling device. He also states that he tested Minoxidil and finasteride several years with no significant results, but when he actually incorporated microneedling, he actually started growing hairs even in areas including the frontal hairline and temples that were literally bald for the past 20 years. So I'm really happy for his results and hope for better regrowth and improvement over the long-term usage of microneedling. This next guy posted his results on Reddit's Trestless forum and goes by the username Lightbringer. It's pretty apparent in the before photo that he was suffering from diffuse hair loss with thinning all throughout the vertex, his mid-scalp, and the hairline. And he couldn't take minoxidil because he didn't want any of the side effects. He did experience itching, and he also didn't want to take finasteride because of the unwanted side effects. So he started using peppermint and rosemary essential oils, Nizoral shampoo, scalp massages, and most importantly, microneedling, and says that he regained a lot of his density back, which is apparent in the after photo here. The hair is obviously longer in the after photo, but you guys can definitely see added density in the mid-scalp parts of his vertex and even his hairline where the temples are located. So he's been microneedling and using the other treatments for about 5 months, including biotin. And he also states that he microneedles once a week using a 194 needle roller and goes pretty hard at it for about 15 minutes. But you know, pretty good results so far, so I'm very happy for him. Now this next guy, I found him on a Greek hair loss forum called hairlossgr.com, and he goes by the username Gomi. He's been using a 2mm microneedling device once a week in conjunction with a long list of topicals, and he states that he's seen significant hair growth. So 2mm is a bit on the larger side, where most studies utilize the 1.5. But it's not uncommon to see some people using 2, even 2.5. So the photo shows some pretty moderate hair loss, and then after using microneedling, he was fortunate to see some really good growth. His hairline has been reestablished, and we can clearly see where his hairline starts and his mid-scalp, and vertex has literally filled in with density. As far as the topicals he's been using, I'm going to be leaving the link in the description box so that you guys can translate it. But it looks like a long list of essential oils that he's been taking, along with some other types of topicals that I've never seen. Now this next guy has been using a 1.5mm derma roller alongside minoxidil 5%, and after 1.5 months, he transitioned to microneedling only with the results shown here. I'm not really sure why he stopped using minoxidil, but I'm guessing it was due to the side effects. And even despite stopping minoxidil, we can really see good growth after just 3 months. The photo on the right is the before, and the one on the left is the after. There's definitely increased density, and his hair looks a lot fuller. So the thing is, microneedling actually does work without using minoxidil. There actually has been several studies that confirm that microneedling alone, without the use of finasteride or Nizoral shampoo or topicals or anything like that, is still going to help promote hair growth. So guys, definitely check out microneedling. It's scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth, and for those who are just starting out, you know, you guys are just starting to see hair loss, I have made a microneedling 101 page on my website, hairliciously.com, where you guys can take a look at some of the studies in detail and watch the videos on exactly how to incorporate microneedling into your hair loss regimen. You don't get side effects from it, like, you know, unlike different types of hair loss medications, and it's also a great tool to go ahead and stimulate hair growth. So I'm going to be leaving the link on microneedling 101 in the description box below for those who want to check it out. So if you guys are interested in starting your own microneedling, check out my website at hairliciously.com, where you can choose from various microneedling devices, derma rollers, including medical grade stainless, the needle cartridges, and also titanium needle cartridges, which last longer. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to email or leave me some comments below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care.